The civil law court is seeking the arrest of businessman Augustine Johnson in connection to a raid to a petition to recover charter. Judge Kennedy Body instituted court officers to arrest the living body of businessman Johnson for contempt. Judge Peabody's November 6th arrest order, according to RCI judicial correspondent, comes as a result of Johnson's alleged refusal to appear in court and surrendered about 10 trucks to the management of Chris Vendor Industry following a mandate from the Justice Presiding Chamber at the Supreme Court. Our judicial correspondent further revealed that the court officers, backed with armed police, are currently in pursuit of businessman Augustine Johnson to compel him come under the jurisdiction of the court to face the civil prosecution as provided by law. The future presidential candidate Sheikh Kuyate says his support for the election of opposition Unity Party's standard bearer is to restore sanity to the country. Kuyate asserted that Ambassador Boubacar of the Unity Party is someone who do not support corrupt practices. As such, his election will be a good opportunity for the people of Liberia. He noted that the November 14, 2023 election is not about the Unity Party or CDC, rather to save Liberia from this backwardness from the hands of the US administration. Creator who declared the state of the country said most of those who voted against President we are during the October 10 general elections were seditions due to what he calls extreme hardship. Speaking on state of the nation on Truth FM, when he compared Ambassador Weah's 40 years of service in government with President Weah 9 years in service, he said the corrupt nation of President Weah shows the difference. The Emperor of the Liberian Senate, Abba Chiet, has officially launched a campaign in Grand Coup County codenamed Operation We 100% Boubacar Zero. The Operation We 100% Boubacar Zero campaign, according to Senator Chiet, is intended to ensure that 100% of the votes in Grand Coup and all the southeastern counties are cast for President George Weah during the November 14 runoff election. Launching the campaign for President Weah's re-election for the November 14 poll following his arrival Monday in the counties, and the chair indicated that during the October 10th elections, Weah opponent Joseph Boubacar got some of the votes in Grand Coup, but cautioned the citizens and residents of the county to ensure that President Weah gets 100% of the total vote. He used the occasion to thank the people of Grand Coup County for turning out in their numbers to vote him and Deputy Speaker Fonati Kofa, including President Weah, during the October 10th coup. The Grand Coup lawmaker at the same time urged citizens from different counties residing in Grand Coup to vote President Weah, noting that they are beneficiaries of the development in that part of the country. Also speaking, Grand Coup County Senator Numeni Bati Kwa commended the citizens for overwhelmingly voting President George Weah, Pro Tem Albert Chiet, and Deputy Speaker Fonati Kofa during the October 10th polls, and called on them to complete the task by ensuring that President Weah is re-elected on November 14th. 5 volunteers at the Liberia Standard Authority have been turned over to the Liberia National Police for allegedly shutting down the entire offices and depriving workers from entering the building. The Deputy Minister for Administration at the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Wilfred Bangura, said the 5 persons who claimed to be volunteers at the Liberia Standard Authority shut down operations at the entity and led a group of people to stage peaceful protests in demand of their salaries. Speaking in an interview with the station, Minister Bangura claimed that the 5 persons are not employees at the ministry, and secondly, there is a channel to which an employee can seek grievances. According to him, the ministry has issued a memorandum of understanding to all departments not to entertain any volunteer because there is no position in the standard operation working order at the Commerce Ministry. The former president of the Liberia Council of Churches and current chairman of Church Aid Incorporated is calling on the Liberian government to implement a comprehensive action plan to raise awareness and address the issue affecting the country. Expressing his concern, Bishop Cotto Brown emphasized that the people of Liberia appear to underestimate the importance of tackling statelessness and stressed the urgency of creating awareness on critical matters. Bishop Brown made his appeal during his address at program marking the 9th anniversary of the World Day Against Statelessness. The event was organized jointly by Church Aid Incorporated and the Liberia Refugee Repatriation Resettlement Commission under the theme Strengthening Birth Registration, Awareness Raising, Equal Nationality Rights, under the sponsorship of the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees. The National Consortium of Teachers and University Lecturers has officially endorsed President George Weah's bid for re-election in the upcoming November 14th run of presidential election. The consortium, led by its national coordinator, Professor Manobati, boasted of a membership exceeding 40,000 individuals across professional colleges, junior colleges, and universities. Professor Bati had highlighted the consortium's decision to support President Weah's re-election, citing the incumbent president's numerous initiatives aimed at advancing education in the nation. He made a disclosure during the press briefing held in Kangotan, where he emphasized the consortium's commitment to rallying its members who are drawn from diverse educational institutions. Furthermore, Professor Bhatti revealed that the consortium has resolved to engage in active campaigning efforts within their respective institutions and communities. The aim is to ensure that President Weah secures a resounding victory in the upcoming election, he reveals. Over 20 Liberian journalists are currently benefiting a two-day investigative journalism training in Monrovia. The symposium is organized by the Center for Media Studies and Peace Building with support from the United States Agency for International Development, USAID. The journalists drawn from Riverside, Grand Cape Mount, Nemba, Magibipon, and Sano counties are expected to form an investigative journalism network at the end of the event, as they will be expected to unearth hidden issues affecting the country. Serving as keynote speaker, the chairman of the Department of Communications and Media Studies at the University of Liberia, Uriah Stogat, said investigative journalism is unique because it transcends the daily information against a society. Toga highlighted the challenges ranging from slow pace of access to information threats, physical attack, as some of the reasons of fear for investigative journalism, as well as financial constraints. For his part, the executive director for the Center for Media Studies and Peace Building said the training will help the investigative journalists to ensure that the necessary pieces of information are unearthed. Three young journalists have been awarded for their outstanding performances in the Liberian media. The initiative was organized by a pro media group, Youth Media Action, with support from USAID through Internews to organize youthful journalists for their enormous contributions and outstanding performances in the media. The first Young Journalist Award was held under the theme Promoting Youthful Media Excellence for Professional Journalism. The event had 23 contestants from 19 media institutions to include journalists from Bon, Grand Bassa, Grand Coup, Magibe, Mansurata, and Nema counties. Amongst the applicants, Coup FM News Director Siao Miapu was awarded as the Best Young Journalist of the Year, while Women's TV Senior Female Reporter Lema Colley and ELBC Demander Colley were awarded first and second rounder, respectively. And away from Liberia, the authorities in Guinea say at least 9 people were killed during a jailbreak in which former military ruler Musa Daddy's Kamara was briefly freed. Government stormed the prison in the capital Conakry on Saturday, taking Captain Kamara and 3 others. The Justice Minister suspected attackers were dead. The former president and 2 of the band were later returned to jail. Now to end this bulletin of news, recap of the headlines. Civil law court seeks the arrest of businessman Augustine Johnson in connection to a Petition to recover chapter. Defeated presidential candidate Sheikh Kuyata says his support for the election of opposition unity party standard bearer is to restore sanity to the country. The Senate Pro Tempore Abba launches a campaign in Grand Coup County named Operation We Are 100% Zero. And away from Liberia, authorities in Guinea say at least 9 people were killed during a jailbreak in which former military ruler Musa Dali Kamara was briefly free. That's RSN News Bulletin at 7. My name is Hanson Deka. Good evening.